Welcome back to yet another edition of Francis Doing Uncensored. On today's show, we are very excited to present to you what exactly is Bitcoin DeFi. Yeah, that actually is a thing, and it's booming right now. But also what's important that goes with that is, what is the blockchain that's making Bitcoin DeFi even possible and capable? That is going to be the top altcoin of 2023. And you know how we do it, man? We're in this space because we want to make some money too. We want to know how we could beat the pack. And that's exactly what we're going to be sharing with you guys in this exact live stream. Francis Doing Uncensored. Welcome back, everyone, to yet another edition of Francis Doing Uncensored. It's a very exciting episode today. We're going to be talking about the top altcoin or the top performing blockchain in 2023. The blockchain that's actually responsible for Bitcoin DeFi. Once again, as I told you guys in previous episodes of Francis Doing Uncensored, Bitcoin was once upon a time revered as a blockchain that's a store of value, a commodity that will appreciate over a period of time and does nothing more other than that and then collect dust. Well, I am very relieved and excited and happy to tell you that has all changed thanks to a couple of different things, okay? Yes, Taproot, but also we're going to get into that blockchain that's making things just evolve here in this very space. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to also like and subscribe to Francis Doing Uncensored, because we're going to be breaking down the latest of the latest and also the greatest of the greatest, ladies and gentlemen. So I do appreciate everybody who is waiting for us to start the live stream. And you know what, man? Let's dive right into the content. So I first want to start this episode by, showing you guys a little bit of history of what I was trying to share with my community, okay? So let's go to my community tab. And unfortunately, as we scroll down here, though, there was a community post that I shared where Stacks blockchain, and that's the altcoin we're talking about in query here, it actually was at about 60 cents, and I said that let me see if I could go to it. So this was one at 70 cents. When was this? This was about 7 days ago or so. And yeah, somewhere in between this post and this post, what YouTube does now is they actually, preset community post to 24 hours. So you have to go click the timer and the hourglass to change that to I think whenever, just to post it there forever. And unfortunately, I did not, it was a 24-hour post. But I did say something along the lines of how I do believe that Stacks is a good entry point at 60 cents. If you look at Stacks, what it did over 100% over that time. Went to like $1.25, okay? But just to give you guys some perspective here of what I was trying to relate to you guys from time, about 7 days ago it was at 70 cents. And, obviously it's doing really well right now. That was just a little trade that we did that was profitable. And also this is another one of those Stacks blockchains ecosystem, dApps rather. It's a decentralized exchange, which is doing really well too. And that's only like about 400 and something crypto, but that's another, live stream for another day. So let's carry on here, and then here we go again. We're talking about Stacks once again, 98 cents. We were able to get into this at 39 cents actually, so that's about 3x to the point of where it went up last night, okay guys? So once again, a day ago, $1.15. I think it's around that right now, give or take, with the retrace that we're experiencing here. So we were on this, and and mind you, Stacks was actually booming before Bitcoin started to do its thing. So one could argue, TCL, it's because Bitcoin was pumping, so obviously everything's going to pump with it. Well, actually, if you look at the charts and you go back before Bitcoin's pump, Stacks was actually pumping before Bitcoin. Okay, and why? It's because of Taproot, and it's because of the Ordinals, and it's because of Bitcoin NFTs, and hence what I go back to into the intro there. It's Bitcoin DeFi protocols is what that is essentially, right? And that's actually Stacks is benefiting a lot from that. All right, so let's actually get to a couple of other things here now. So when you come down this row here, and we're looking at the 7-day percentages over here, right? Ups or downs or what have you. And we're looking at all of these things. It's in the green. Ethereum's at 22. We got BNB, which I love, at 24, right? Doing its thing. CZ representing. We got Polygon at 13.8. Really nice gains, right? In 7 days, right? Nobody could complain about gains now. Gains is gains. I don't give a shit if it's 1%. You're making money, you're making money. 19%, 23%, 21%, Uniswap, really nice and dandy. Ethereum, 24%. We got Aptos doing its thing at 25, very respectful here, 18% gains. And now when we come to Stacks now, we're talking about like 87%. See what I'm saying? So, and by the way, if we actually zoom in on that, Stacks, and as it continues to go up now, I think markets are kind of going back up. If we go back now, look at this. This was, look at this, 58 cents. Okay, it actually did over 100%. Okay, if you go back to like say, what was it? What's the date? Saying the 12th of March, and you could go back even further, did more, right? So let's just give it about right there, 58 cents, right? You guys can see that. Stacks has done over 100%, and that's what was about the time when I did my tweet. It was freaking only 24 damn fucking hours. But so YouTube kind of took it off. It's all good though, but you guys get the point, right? So what I'm trying to say here now is, yeah, sure, when Bitcoin goes up, the market goes up, but Stacks is correlated more so to Bitcoin than most altcoins out there, if not all, well, really all. Why? Because it's built on top of Bitcoin, okay? And it actually uses Bitcoin's consensus mechanism as well. Not proof of work. They do something called proof of transfer, but it's still interconnected, and we're going to dive into that. So you guys just saw pretty much, okay, the calls, right? You just saw the charts, right? And how it went up. Well, let's, go and dive into the actual, fundamentals behind this on why, this is actually special. The charts is cool, the calls is cool, but what's even cooler is this actual technology. Okay, it really is. So let's dive into all of that right now. And we're going to go to stacks.co. I highly recommend you guys get fully educated on this ecosystem, because you're going to be hearing about a heck of a lot more. It's going to be a top 10 to 20 crypto, in a matter of time. So that means that how you got a matter of time to make gains, to capitalize on this. It's all about capitalizing. It's all about, seeking this out before most do. And, people do know about Stacks, don't get me wrong, but I think it's not getting as much as attention as it truly deserves, okay? So a Bitcoin layer for smart contracts. Create smart contracts and build decentralized applications on Bitcoin with the Stacks layer. That is correct. You just heard smart contract and Bitcoin in the same sentence. This is what's about to happen. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, before we get deeper into this, Stacks has a number of different updates that's going to upgrade their network, okay? That's going to provide decentralized pooling, decentralized mining, right? Through pools as well. Also smart contracts, sBTC. So you guys know how this space is, right? A lot of people want to talk about TA and all that shit. That's fine and all if you're into that crap, but that can only get you so far. When the news drops, that's what shakes markets, not TA, FA, fundamental analysis, okay? So when these announcements comes out and these upgrades actually pass through, Stacks is not going to be where it's at right now. It's going to go up in price, okay? And when it goes up as I just showed you guys right here. It outperforms the other altcoins significantly by 100% and shit. Okay, guys? Don't get me wrong, Phantom, 50% is nice, but that ain't no damn freaking 100% plus, okay? So that's the type of shit we're talking about over here. The success of Bitcoin is actually will have a direct impact on Stacks. Okay, that's how you can look at it too. Okay, does that make sense? Any questions I'll take in the live chat, after we get over our first slide. Okie dokie. And I am coming down with something again, man. My daughter keeps giving me the sickness from her freaking school. Holy shit. Anyhow, okay, so now with these smart contracts with Bitcoin, that's pretty cool, okay? So this is their mechanism that they use, their consensus mechanism. It's called proof of transfer. The consensus mechanism that connects Stacks and Bitcoin, allowing applications to benefit from the security of Bitcoin, okay? So we're not going to go into that. That's, I can upload a video on that, but proof of transfer is their consensus mechanism. Here we go, Bitcoin DeFi. Stacks brings DeFi to Bitcoin, unlocking over 300 billion in capital and setting the stage for activation of the Bitcoin economy. Okay, guys, and we're going to dive into that a little bit more. Obviously, they got their Bitcoin NFTs as well. So NFTs secured by Bitcoin are exploding on the network. So Stacks do have their own sort of NFTs going on. So this is the most interesting part of all of this. And Stacks is a very interesting blockchain and ecosystem. We're going to get to their ecosystem because why? If you see value in a blockchain, well, you want to know, are there dApps actually building there? Is there transactions happening? Is there activity? Dude, there's all kinds of activity. And if you could find, a dApp or some sort of say a DEX or something, right, that's on the Stacks blockchain, that might actually be profitable. And that's where ALX comes into play, and I know, is it our friend BitDutch? Is it BitDutch? BitDutch boy, sorry. I think it is, right? He's all over that too, so he knows what time it is. All right, so let's get to sBTC, unlocking Bitcoin right. Growing the Bitcoin economy with Bitcoin layers. sBTC will allow the Stacks layer to unlock 500 billion in Bitcoin capital, bringing the largest, most durable decentralized asset to more people and more use cases. So trusted, minimized, decentralized, censorship resistant, commercially viable. All right. sBTC designed for a trustless two-way peg for Bitcoin. So essentially, guys, sBTC now is the smart contract. hence S. Right, that's just smart contract that Stacks, I was going to say protocol, but blockchain is working on right now to make it programmable. And that's an absolute game changer for Bitcoin. All right, to have it programmable. Again, the only reason why Ethereum exists with smart contracts is because why? Well, Bitcoin can't do that. The only reason why the next blockchain came out after that is because why? Well, Ethereum's a little bit too slower. Bitcoin's slower than Ethereum. So we came out like a Polygon or something, right? So now it's like all of these things are evolving. All of these things are scaling. And Bitcoin is doing everything what these other blockchains could do, or it's potentially going to do. So what does that mean? I think the value of Bitcoin goes up. And price is definitely an indicator of that. Obviously, with banks going down, that's going to help our industry. And, I seen this meme somewhere. It was like, Bitcoin marketers, and it was that Yellen girl or Helen girl or whatever from the SEC and SVB Bank, Silicon Valley Bank. It's pretty funny. They're marketing Bitcoin indirectly by going down and fucking up. Anyhow, okay, so you just saw all those things, right? The Bitcoin DeFi, the sBTC, earn Bitcoin by participating in consensus, hold and temporarily lock Stacks native cryptocurrency, and support the network's security and consensus. Over 2,000 Bitcoin have been distributed. So the cool thing about Stacks, guys, and I don't know what the exact rewards is. I didn't look into this side of things, but I am going to be looking into the mining myself. They have a new upgrade coming out. I think it's like 2.1 point something 3 or something like that. Don't quote me on the actual last point, but it is 2.1 point something. And with that one now it's going to be some really cool mining opportunities I'm going to be covering, and I'm definitely going to get my hands onto that. And I believe that one is going to give us stacks. But if you're interested in actually getting Bitcoin, you could get that with this one here if you're going to be, I believe it's staking here, right? So temporarily lock Stacks, native currency, yep. So staking, support the network security, and they will be giving you rewards in Bitcoin. Not many staking protocols out there actually reward you in Bitcoin. And if you're like myself and you believe that how, Stacks is something that's actually going to go up in value, which it is right now already, and it is going to continue to go up in value with the upgrades that we're going to see with the smart contract and all these other things that they're doing here with Bitcoin, then you could be rest assured safe in the knowledge that the tokens that you actually, the cryptocurrency, the native tokens of Stacks that you lock up in that staking pool, which should surely go up as well. Okay, guys, not financial advice. I'm just showing you guys what this mofo is doing, right? That's all. That's all. There's no referral link here. I'm not going to benefit if you do this. I don't give a shit what you do. I'm just showing you what the hell I'm doing, okay? I just like to share what I'm doing. I like to document my shit, and that's all I'm doing here, okay, guys? So, okay. So, build powerful apps secured by Bitcoin. Okay, we can just read this last one here and then we'll carry on. So, build powerful apps secured by Bitcoin. Imagine that, secured by Bitcoin, guys. Okay, that's what they're doing here. Other blockchains, it's not secured by Bitcoin. And why is that important? Because Bitcoin is the most secured, decentralized, safest, withstand the test of time blockchain in this damn industry. Why would you need other blockchains to be dependent for your security for when you got Bitcoin all of a sudden now that could have the capabilities of doing this? That's the point of this live stream, okay? So transactions on Stacks layer automatically settle on Bitcoin, enabling you to build apps and digital assets that are integrated with Bitcoin security. And again, there's a lot to cover here. We could go dive deeper further into this. Like all the points that I went over, look, there's more. You could go dive deeper into the start stacking, which is what they call, their version of staking. Get it? Stacking up the stacks and stack the sats. Okay, and we're going to get into that just now. Okay, so let's carry on over here to the sBTC side of things. Okay, once again, growing the Bitcoin economy with Bitcoin layers. Okay, here we go. sBTC, unlocking Bitcoin rights. Okay, and there's a lot, man. I just love learning, and I love learning new things, and especially that are so empowering in my space, right? Especially now when you add that word directly related to Bitcoin, it's so fascinating to me, man, to know that Bitcoin could potentially do these things, right? And it looks like they're going to pull it off. Okay, cool. So sBTC functionality unleashes Bitcoin as a fully programmable, productive asset. Let's read that again. sBTC functionality unleashes Bitcoin as a fully programmable, productive asset. Let's appreciate that for a second, man. Let's appreciate that for a second. And, for all the Bitcoin devs out there who are just twiddling their fingers like this, we're just waiting for some development to happen over the past years from 2009 all the way up to 2023. I salute you. You deserve to get yours. All those Ethereum developers and Solana developers and all those other blockchains where, you know, developers were making the money because they had things to develop on, you know. So, you know, I think now Bitcoin developers with Taproot especially has something to look forward to. And you guys deserve to earn a nice living, man. All right. For the people who's been faithful, the developers who've been faithful to Bitcoin and developing and adding value to it, right? This one's for you guys. Okay. Cool. Okay, so sBTC will allow builders to create applications and experiences such as DeFi and NFTs that are backed by the security and stability of Bitcoin. And we could dive deeper. Again, we could go into the sBTC white paper. That's probably something that I should probably make a video on, because I'm not about to read a white paper for you guys word for word. Come on now, okay? I don't want to bore you guys either. I'm not saying that information is boring, but come on, I ain't going to read that, okay? But I'll probably make a video on that because that is fascinating stuff in there. So Bitcoin Right Unlocked, okay, sBTC, powers smart contracts on Bitcoin secured by the entire hash power of Bitcoin. Decentralized sBTC is not reliant on a fixed federation or other points of centralization, so it's decentralized. Growth, the Stacks layer unlocks 500 billion BTC capital using Bitcoin's layer 1 as settlement for decentralized applications, accelerating the growth of the Bitcoin economy. Pretty damn crazy shit, guys. Okay. So let's read that last point again. So growth, the Stacks layer unlocks 500 billion in BTC capital using the BTC layer 1 as settlement for decentralized applications, accelerating the growth of the Bitcoin economy. Okay, so Bitcoin is well involved when it comes to all of this. It's just not the Stacks sort of like consensus mechanism and blockchain that's facilitating this this protocol. Okay, that's very important to note, okay? So qualities of sBTC, censorship resistance, sBTC. It's all about sBTC. I'm highlighting this because, guys, if you are interested in Stacks for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe there's a point in this, you know, episode of Francis doing Uncensored, this presentation that you like. I don't know what it is. But if you're into Stacks and you're like, hey, man, I don't know, man, that thing looked like it's rising a lot already. You know, you might want to look into what sBTC is. Again, I'll repeat this for the people who just joined. Or maybe you're fast forwarding into the replay, skipping like chapters and shit. sBTC is going to be a biggest ass game changer when it comes to Bitcoin. And when it comes to announcements, that's what drives prices up. Okay, and this is what I'm led to believe. Okay, I'm not telling you guys, listen to me. This is what's in my head, and this is what I'm going by, and this is my type of research that I go by. Okay, I'm looking for upgrades. I'm looking for news. I'm looking for impacts. I'm looking for further development. I'm looking for scale. I'm looking for evolution, and that's what I see here in Stacks. Okay. And my, you know, ask my guys, ask Thomas, ask Dev, ask even Spanky if you guys know who he is. I was telling them about Stacks. It was at 32 cents. I read up on it. I got it. I understood it. And I got it at 39 cents. The very next fucking day, it goes up to like freaking, like, I don't know, 90 cents. It was crazy. You know, so that's where it comes down to. You got to go with your research, go with your conviction, go with your findings, and stick with it. Whether you are on the right side or the wrong side, it's always going to make you a better investor. Okay, you're going to get a lot of data out of that. Okay, so sorry. So that's what I just want to put that out there. So let's just finish up on these last 2 points. So inexpensive. Threshold signers are incentivized with BTC rewards from Stacks layers consensus, giving them strong economic incentives to participate without introducing additional fees. Awesome. So it should be cheaper. Okay. Real-world participation data suggests that sBTC can reach a circling supply of hundreds of millions to billions of dollars, given recent capital locked in Stacks consensus, making sBTC commercially viable and scalable. Once again, to me, it's all about scale. You can't have much limitations. It has to be future-proof, and you have to be able to scale as well, okay? All right. And very interesting points here. Thomas or Dev, whoever's in the live chat, could you guys drop this website in the live chat so people could come here and really, you know, take their time to go over the white paper and even Stacks white paper? So there's 2 white papers, right? As you can see, the sBTC, which came on in December of 2022, which is relatively new. What are we in now? March, like 3 months ago? Okay, Stacks white paper, it was updated, I guess, or the white paper Nakamoto release. Okay, there's a lot of things happening in this space, man. It's such a shame, in Stacks blockchain rather, such a shame they're not getting the coverage that they deserve. Okay, let's read this last piece here. So sBTC unlocks Bitcoin, right functionality, and the movement of Bitcoin in and out of Bitcoin layers. The unique characteristics of the Stacks blockchain layer and POX consensus provide high performance and decentralized security. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Francis doing Uncensored, where we're dropping them bombs on y'all. We're making them gains before everybody sees it. All right? Okay, cool. before I go on to this here, which is a really nice read up here, a nice article by Milkroad.com that explains what Stacks is in layman terms. And then we're going to get into some other potential gems that you might want to look out for in the Stacks ecosystem. But before I do all of that, let me say what's up to the guys in the live chat. Okay, we got Exile. What's up, Exile or Kyle? 3141. He says, bless. Thank you for joining. Frapp is here once again. Thank you, Frapp. We got Fitz says, I'm ready. Word up, Fitz. We got Takeshion. Whoop, let's go. Thank you for joining. Fitz once again. And we got APV. Says, yo, what's up? Thank you for joining. Poofcop is here. Maxim is here. Ready to make that 100x. You know, we all about that. I'll give you guys one of these, one of the projects in Stacks ecosystem that looks like it has legs to do such things, okay? So Stacks has been about from 2019. Good morning. Yeah, no, it has. Yeah, that's right. It has been. But it's really starting to flourish right now. It's not that it's a hidden thing, but it's definitely not the most spoken about thing. You know what I mean? And, you know, when you see, you know, it's kind of like when you look at Polkadot, that was around since, like, I think 2018, 2017, but it just got spoken about in 2020 or so, give or take. Why? Because that's when its white papers start to turn into real actual, thriving sort of like blockchains. And, you know, it actually came to fruition. You know what I mean? It materialized. And that's what we're seeing right now with Stacks as well. So I think it needs to get covered, and it has a lot of room to grow still. You know, and it's directly correlated with Bitcoin, and it also outperforms altcoins when Bitcoin goes up. So for people who like to, you know, get into things, I mean, I think this was a great opportunity, and I got into it and did 3x for me already, like 150K. You know, so definitely think it's content worthy, no matter how old or new it is. Okay, we got Mirror says, what's up, gangs? Stacks looks interesting, very interesting. What's up, fellas? Okay, cool. So people are here. Thank you for joining. Let me carry on to this piece of article right here, okay? So this article, WTF is a Stacks token and why is it pumping? This was in February 23rd, 2023. Okay, so they go over what they're going to be speaking about. Okay, so there's a new token taking crypto by storm, Stacks. It's a native token for Stacks networks, a so-called layer 2 network that sits atop Bitcoin's own L1 network. Okay, over the last week, Stacks is up 163% to about 87 cents. So he came on after I got in on it, but whatever, or wrote this article rather, and has regained a market cap of about 1 billion. 3 Comma Club. So WTF is the Stacks network, and why is this token up so much? 2 reasons, friends. Okay, guys, this right here is some very interesting points, so pay attention, okay? I get it. We don't like to read articles. We don't like to do this. We don't like to do much research. Just tell us which coin to get into. Right? It's not about that, man. You need to know why you're getting into a coin. So you have to read articles. You got to go through white papers. You got to look at some charts in past history. You know, and even better to find out what pre-sale holders had at. But this is a little bit different here. So anyhow, so Stacks Network powers NFTs on Bitcoin. That's one of the things. Crypto's oldest blockchain is hot for NFTs. Digital artifacts, if you're nasty, and more than 160,000 digital artifacts have been created on Bitcoin in the last month. Call it a gold rush of sorts. If Bitcoin NFTs are the gold, then Stacks is the shovel. Built on top of Bitcoin, Stacks lets developers create and deploy smart contracts, which powers stuff like NFTs, DeFi, etc. Before this, Bitcoin was principally used for monetary transactions. If you wanted to build an app, you'd go to another blockchain like Ethereum or Solana, like I already alluded to. Stacks changes this. As the hype for Bitcoin NFTs and DeFi apps goes up, so goes the price of the Stacks native token. Very well said. Look at that. The same fucking chart I just showed you guys, pretty much. A little bit earlier, though, we were pointing out, but whatever. A little bit later, we were pointing at, though. Okay? But the cherry on the top is Stacks is SEC approved. Wow. Very, very important there. Why is that important, guys? Can anybody tell me why that's important? If it's SEC approved, what does that mean? Is the SEC going to come after them, say like 2-3 years from now, or even today when they become super successful and say, you know, because you know the SEC doesn't like to see any crypto, whether that's a centralized entity or even a decentralized entity, or decentralized the protocol can be an entity if it's a decentralized, but decentralized protocol thrive for too much, right, or be too successful, right? So you could be relieved that the SEC approved this, so they can't go against their word. They can't come after them. They can't try to shut them down like, you know, a USDT. or like a Binance or like a whatever is out there, or call it a this or call it a that. They already stamped it and approved it. So that is very important, especially from an investor standpoint, to know that how if I was to invest into this, I'm safe, from the SEC in that regard. So STX was the first ever token offering that received approval from the SEC back in 2019. And by the way, Polkadot also was just called software or something like that, or technology by the SEC. So if you're into Polkadot like us, you should be safe there too. So, they're not going to come down and just kick down the fucking door and try to raid shit and, call Polkadot this and that. So that's pretty good to know. Okay, so not only that, but Stacks was later deemed not a security in 2021. This means that investors can legally trade the STX token on US crypto exchanges. Holy shit. So like our friend in the live chat said, yes, Stacks has been around since 2019. Sure, that's fine and all. But I don't think when you're talking about investing, did everybody start to get into Stacks as yet? Hell no, because it's probably one of the least invested blockchains out there. People talk about Cardano, they talk about Solana, they talk about Ethereum, they talk about Polygon, they talk about this, talk about that. Have you guys ever really heard about Stacks being talked prominently? So what does that mean? The crowd is still yet to come. The majority of people is still yet to come. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people already on Stacks, already talking about it, already invested, but they're not the majority. They're the minority. Okay, so if you already have bags of this, or if you're already knowledgeable about this, and you're invested, and that crowd comes after, it's called pumping your bags. See what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go. Stacks is therefore cool with the SEC, which is kind of like being the child of a diplomat back in high school. No matter what you get into, you got that immunity, baby, which is true. It is very true, and that's something that is important right now, right? So now it's like, as us being in this space, we got to know about, okay, well, would the SEC ever come after them? Would the American government ever come after this investment that I'm in, like a USDT? That's not safe anymore. USDC is not safe anymore. Stacks seems to be. It's already approved, baby. So can Stacks keep the momentum going? That's a question of whether enough people believe in the future of smart contracts on the Bitcoin blockchain. So far, it's looking good. Well, I think anything new will be misunderstood. And when you talk about smart contracts on Bitcoin, like, it's not possible. It can't happen. No. Right? So, that's kind of like what we're seeing here, I guess. But not really, though, because it's being adopted. Right? So, okay, so it's hard to say to stay positive in the middle of a crypto bear market. Our portfolio are down 50%, blah, blah, blah. Believe it or not, there is so fuck that. He starts to advertise some shit. Okay, we could go ahead and talk about a little bit more of this before we get into this side of things. Is it here? Shit. Yeah, here. Which is, the Stacks ecosystem. Could we find other opportunities in this ecosystem? Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about after. So do stay tuned for that still. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so this new crypto hype could be a multi-billion-dollar opportunity as the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum slides. Okay, so this was back in February as well, 2 days after that other article. Bitcoin, Ethereum and other big-name cryptocurrencies have dropped back from their early 2023 highs this week, despite predictions, blah, blah, blah. So the Bitcoin price has fallen after the latest inflation data showed that, okay. So now a new Bitcoin-based non-fungible token NFTs called Ordinals trigger a surge of users' interest and push up the price of the protocol Stacks cryptocurrency. Researchers have predicted the hype could make it a multi-billion-dollar token. Wow. Wow. And again, as I said already, pay attention to what I'm about to say again. Bitcoin's success will have a direct impact on Stacks. Do you believe in Bitcoin in the long run? I know I do. I know the banks is marketing it really good for us too by failing and collapsing. That's why we're seeing Bitcoin on, what's it at right now? Did it pass 28K as yet? It's about to, in a matter of days maybe, right? So, and again, it's not even again, do we have to go back here? It's not even my opinion. I already showed you guys. If you check the charts, Stacks outperform other cryptocurrencies at, look at this, 87. It actually went over 100% when Bitcoin goes up. So it's not even my opinion. See what I'm saying? So if you believe in the success of Bitcoin in the long run, you best believe in the success of Stacks in the long run if that's the case, in terms of the token valuation. Okay? That's not my opinion. That's what my observations are telling me based off of charts. Okay? I want to make that clear. Cool. Let's go back here. Okay, yeah, and what I was getting to is also Ordinals is another thing that's really starting to boom as well. And if Ordinals is booming, and with Ordinals, what do you need? Well, you need Bitcoin to buy Ordinals. And when you need Bitcoin to buy something, you have demand, you have supply, you got people buying it to get in, you get the picture here. And if that's going to help Bitcoin as well, obviously, look, I'm not saying that how we're not going to get some FUD news come out of nowhere and try to fuck up the markets like we always do. It's like, it's almost like, I don't know, how much times does it hail? You know, like storms, you got snowstorms, you got like, it rains, thunderstorms. While hailstorms happen, although this year we had a lot more hailstorms than normal, that's like the percentages when it comes to like FUD news. It's going to happen. They're going to try to like, crash the markets. I think like when all those banks went down, they're under the notion that oh shit, well, banks are going to go down and crypto is in there or stable coins in there. They loan out crypto or whatever to these institutions, the crypto centralized institutions. Well, that's going to have a negative impact on the markets. Well, no, it didn't. It actually had a positive impact on the markets. Okay, but they always got tricks up their sleeve to deter and hinder the growth of the overall markets. So would that happen again? Probably, like it always does. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we could see these sort of, crypto is going to thrive once again, right? But my point is this. When you have Bitcoin Ordinals now, you got Taproot, you got Stacks doing this thing with sBTC. Your future is very bright here. And now we're actually creating real demand behind Bitcoin as well. And imagine when Bitcoin already went up without these use cases. .sats we're talking about, right? You guys remember that? Hopefully that, becomes successful. BRC20 tokens, you guys remember that? Hopefully that becomes successful, right? Ordinals, that's already successful in my opinion, okay? And now you're talking about sBTC, smart contract, okay? These are all new use cases that we never had before, and we saw Bitcoin already went to fucking, like, what was it, 60,000 or whatever the hell it was. So you add that into the equation with that, and the store of value, and the banks effing up, I see this. Yeah, I see Stacks and Bitcoin, benefiting immensely from all of that. Okay, it's a brutal bear market, blah, blah, blah. Let's go down here. Since Ordinals are minted directly onto Bitcoin blockchain, they are considered to be digital artifacts due to their permanence and immutability on the distributed ledger, unlike traditional NFTs, which can be altered by the smart contract developers. Marcus, head of research, right? So they're just trying to explain to you what the differences of Ordinals is and regular NFTs. And as I told you guys already, Ordinals indeed are historical digital artifacts. It's all about the lore inscription number, but we already pretty much copied all of that. Okay, the hype around Ordinal NFTs have pushed the price of Stacks cryptocurrency as well. See, once again, this is confirming what my mind was telling me. Okay, Stacks is going to have a direct impact on the success of Bitcoin. And look, Ordinals, again, let's not be mistaken here. So the hype around, look, let me just read this here for you guys. So the hype around Ordinals NFTs have pushed up the price of Stacks. But Ordinals, you need Bitcoin to buy Ordinals. Why is Stacks benefiting from it? Well, Stacks is built right on top of fucking Bitcoin. It's going to go up with it too. You see what I'm saying? It's a no-brainer, bro. Come on. Ordinals NFTs, which are similar to Ethereum and other smart contract-based NFTs, use the smallest unit of Bitcoin Satoshis to encode digital art, profile pictures, videos, audio, and images directly onto the Bitcoin blockchain. And by the way, we tapped into an Ordinal that is the first video collection. The first video collection, also the first animated video, okay, to be on to be a Bitcoin Ordinal. Not the first video, the first animated video, but the first video collection. We got that, and it's under 100K. When those descriptions actually get over to 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, it ain't going to be worth what it is right now. And as I tell you guys, Bitcoin Ordinals is going to be a luxury asset that you would never ever be able to afford. And I'm talking about the ones under 100, well, I can't say all of the ones under 100,000 in terms of you would not be able to afford, but I believe all of the ones under 100,000 is going to be that staple of like, yo, you got in early. They're going to be much valuable than what they are today. Now, certain ones under 100K, or let's just say ones that are like definitely like under 1,000, those are probably going to be ones that you will never be able to afford. You know, what we're going to probably see is they're going to have like protocols where you can lend it out and then you could own a fraction of it, or you know what I mean? Like, you know, so say somebody owned that. Say you own something like under 1,000, like I do. It's 987, right? It's like this cube thing. And there's going to be protocols out there where I could rent that out to people for whatever reason because they can never be able to afford that. Kind of like a Bored Ape Yacht Club. When it went up to how many Ethereum? How many people right now could afford a Bored Ape Yacht Club at what, 70 ETH? Even right now in this bear market or this transition into a bullish market, whatever you want to say. Not many. So these ordinals are going to be, you know, very similar in that regard. Okay, cool. So enough of this here, right? Before I get back to this here, which is very exciting, which are, you know, look at this. This is the ecosystem. So ALX, talking about block survey console, Gamma. Oh God, I love Gamma, right? Rider, a decentralized hardware wallet, which is very different to others, right? Here's where you could scour to look for other gems, and you can search by most highlighted apps. You can search by all apps, data, DAO, NFT, you know, is categorized for you. Okay, but before we do that, let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat, guys. You do not want to miss out on our next segment. Our next segment is actually going to be very cool because, you know, do subscribe and like and hit the bell notification while you're at it. Our next segment after this, when I visit the live chat, we're going to be talking about, it's BitDutch. What's up, BitDutch? I see you. We're going to be talking about the potential next gems in the Stacks ecosystem, right? And, you know, we could talk about how you could go about getting it. Obviously, you need Stacks. It's traded on Binance. You pull that out. You put it into something like a Hiro wallet, you know, that supports Stacks. And then you could go about these different, you know, dApps to find the next low-cap gem, all right? And ALX is a next low-cap gem, okay? Any questions so far? Let me see here. So Marco de la Bit to Dutch, yeah, dude. Honestly, your handle is like different on, you know, different platforms. So sorry, I didn't rememorize one of them. My bad. So cool. Okay, Joel Barger, what's up, Francis? What's good, man? Just, you know, dropping some more knowledge, Joel. Thank you for joining. Felix, how the fuck can we get some sBTC? No. So sBTC is not a token. sBTC is a smart contract. Okay, it's a smart contract that's going to make Bitcoin programmable, kind of like how Ethereum can do smart contract things, right? Third-party capabilities and such. Well, that's exactly what sBTC is too. All right, so it's going to be smart contracts for Bitcoin. That's going to be made by Stacks. And when you have improvements and developments and upgrades to a network in blockchain, especially, well, that token normally goes up if they're successful. And to correlate that with Bitcoin, damn, that shit's going to go real up. Bitcoin 28K. Thank you for that update. Okay, ETH killer Stacks. Ah, man, come on, let's don't get into all of that, man. All of that killer shit. Look, Ethereum has done a lot for this space. Bitcoin is an understatement to say it has done a lot for this space. I feel as though us as cryptocurrency advocates, decentralized fanatics, you know, not your keys, not your crypto, whatever you want to call us, I believe we got to stop being tribal, you know, all these things, stop being this tribal because the banks are laughing at us. They want to see us be tribal. They want to see us fight amongst each other, which crypto or blockchain is better. It's not about that. They all play a role in this space, and we should be grateful for each and every single one of them who had a positive impact that taught other blockchains other things. Okay, straight up. And, you know, we should be happy to know that we have an infrastructure where I could send a guy like Derek. I could send a guy like Shane. I could send a guy like Chase. I could send a guy like, you know, Fitz value with fractions of, that'll cost me fractions of a dollar. Okay, without any bank, dirty, corrupt bank or government to tell me, okay, well, give us our cut first. And no, we got to freeze this because X, Y, and Z. That's what we need to be fortunate for, guys, okay? So all this killer stuff, I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life. I'm all about appreciating what we have here available at our fingertips, okay? Literally, I wake up in the fucking morning, I go downstairs, come to my studio, turn on the computer, all right, let me send this guy money. Oh, shoot, there's my assets. I don't got to put on clothes, go to a bank and talk to some teller, you know, some third-party guy that got to talk to his manager. It's like, is this his? It's my own money in my bank. Oh, should we give him, like, the authority to take out, like, $2,000? No, none of that stuff. So I'm very fortunate for what we have from a use case perspective. And if we can find more value on Bankcoin, well, hey, that's cherry on the top, right? Okay, cool. So what else we got here? Derek says, I wait for retracement of this entire market. It's massively overvalued. I mean, I like Derek. I don't know if it's over. I like Derek. I keep saying that, Derek. But I don't know. Derek says interesting things. But I wouldn't say it's overvalued, Derek. Because I would say this, right? One could argue, Derek, and I'm sure you will agree with this because you're a reasonable guy. Let me take a sip of this. One to say this. With all of the FUD news that came out and all the deliberate attacks that came out against the whole space, that set us back like 5-10 years. When you look at Bitcoin that went up to like, say, 60K, right? And before that, right, there was other coordinated attacks too, raiding exchanges and trying to hinder the markets, right? If those things never happened, the adoption would have come much faster because people wouldn't be afraid that, you know, the market's immature or they're losing money from these attacks, right? That's not an organic thing in this space, right? There's nothing organic from coordinated attacks from, you know, the powers that be that don't want to see this alternate economy thrive because it's a direct threat to them. So if we never had those attacks, this market, Bitcoin should probably be at about 150K right now. If you look at 2017 up till this point, if we had no coordinated attacks, if FTX didn't go down, if Terra Luna didn't do that shit. Okay, let's just say Terra Luna was just a failed illegitimate project, okay? But all these other attacks that we're seeing right now with the government coming in here, you know, I believe it set us back 10 years. So to say it's undervalued, I don't think so. Sorry, overvalued? I don't think it's overvalued. Unless you're referring to, Derek, you're referring to the rate of how Bitcoin went, was it 19K to 28K right now? If that's what you're alluding to, maybe, but that's a trader thing, right? But if I'm zooming out, I'm looking at the overall like 5-year, you know, window, so to speak, or timeline. Nah, bro, it's fucking undervalued in my humble opinion, you know? Cool. Okay, altcoin season soon? Could be, man. Just, you know, like this is what I tell people, guys, you know, this market is so special, it could just change at a snap of a finger overnight, for the better or for the worse, okay? And I remember during the bull run, I was telling everybody, take your damn profits now, guys. Take your profits now. This is not going to last forever. Make sure you take your profits. Not going to last forever. Love me now, hate me later. But I'm telling you right now, in the middle of a bull run, when we're celebrating 120x in my car, I said, cut the music. I went like this. I said, cut the music, guys, because this ain't going to last forever. I'm telling you this right now, too. On the other side now, in this bear market, and I'm not saying the bull market's coming up, but what I am saying is this ain't going to last forever, too. This ain't going to last forever, too, okay? We're going to get bullish one day, and that could change overnight. You know, nobody knows when. So you need to keep your ear to the ground. You need to pay attention because you don't want to miss out on the earlier opportunities. And, you know, I'm not talking about pre-sales. I'm talking about other things, too. That's one of the many things, right? And, yeah. You just got to pay attention and be true to the space and not be distracted by what others are saying with the negative news out there, because it's all bullshit. If you look at all the negative news that came about in the early 2017 days, 2018 days, 2019 days, calling Bitcoin this, calling that, why the hell did it go up to 60K? And it comes back down. People lost faith again. Those people are going to come in and buy in at the top once again. I got people asking me about Bitcoin, or, you know, like freaking friends in the real world and family members. I'm like, just stay out. It's not for you. Anyhow. Finally, we're talking stacks after forever. Yeah. Is BTC Ordinals the catalyst for stacks and BTC? So it's not the catalyst for stacks, although it's related to stacks because stacks is on top of Bitcoin. It's actually a use case for a Bitcoin, and stacks is going to benefit from everything that Bitcoin is going to be benefited by. Okay. And again, as I said, it's not my opinion. The charts are telling us this. Go look at the charts. Okay. And stacks actually was going up before Bitcoin was going up. Okay. We got Chaga says, what's up? Okay, cool, guys. So let's carry on now. We're going to be looking at this particular part of the page here. Okay, so we already went over that. We're going to be looking at this. Okay, so go to stacks.co/explore/discover apps. Why? Because here is where we're going to be looking for the potential next gems in this stacks ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. So you could search by highlighted apps, and the first one right here in front of your face is ALX, which I think is one of the better ones, guys. Okay, so let me see if I can click that. Okay, this is ALX, guys. Imagine this. You actually have a decentralized exchange built on top of Bitcoin. That's ALX. And there's a couple others on Stacks blockchain that's doing this too. But we're going to be looking at ALX here, okay? So let's go like this. Where the hell was it? You got to go to, not Launchpad. Top right here, Launch App, right? Launch the app, let's just accept. Okay, so Stacks token that you could choose whichever token here. So we're looking at ALX, right? So let me go like this. So Stacks is at $1.19, give or take. So this isn't a populating, but let's go to the actual pool, right? A lot of people might be wondering, okay, well, you know, if I was interested in this ALX thing, if you are, I don't know if you are, I know I am, and here's a reason why I am. Okay. Let's go ALX. Oh, no, but I already had that up. Okay, and you can look for a retrace. You could look for reaches if you feel that's going to be a better entry point. Okay, ALX is a 433 crypto, guys. Rank number 433 crypto. Okay. Yeah, market cap at 53 freaking million, bro. This baby got a lot of room to grow. And what I would say is, I would argue is, you know, as I showed you guys, you know, if Stacks is has success directly and correlated from Bitcoin's success, they benefit off of that. I think that's the same is true for ALX. You know, and like, look at this. Look, I was showing you guys this from a long time ago, right? Well, not a long time ago, but I was showing you guys this from the past, right? So look at this. What did I say here? When I moon, you guys, when I moon, oh shit, when you moon, I moon. So I show a picture of ALX, then I show a picture of Stacks, right? I think I did another similar post to that here, right? I said, I'm telling you all this one's a keeper, and we're talking about ALX, right? And mind you, I had my eyes on ALX from time. Look at this right here. ALX once again. And this was, when I say from time, before these posts, well before, like about a month ago. I mean, I guess it's not from time, but still not recent. Oh shit, sorry guys. Here we go. Let's talk about this. Kind of feeling that wasn't on. So used to the green screen still. So right here, okay, so when we come down, I did say, look, in my community post, when you moon, I moon, did you guys buy in at the retrace? That was from a previous post. So 98 cents. So what I'm trying to say is, ALX has a direct impact and benefit from when Stacks goes up for the most part. Okay, and we can look further back here. Okay, yes, and I do like my own shit because I think they're fucking good posts. Nothing's wrong with that. Once again, I was saying, I'm telling you all this one's a keeper. ALX once again, and there's one more example right here. When you moon, I moon. ALX is at roughly 8 cents. Stacks, 70 cents, okay? So, once again, and look at that, 20% up when Stacks was up around 17% up, okay? And, you know, once again, we did, oh yeah, Jordan Peterson. I was at his show of front row seats, by the way. That was my picture of him. You guys know Jordan Peterson? Bad man that. Okay, so once again, it's not even my opinion. So if Stacks has a direct positive impact or benefits from Bitcoin success in price, and it goes up, as I said, the graph shows this is not my opinion, and I just said I think ALX has a direct impact from Stacks. It's like a tic-tac-toe domino effect, right? And that's that's my observations at least, and the graphs is definitely confirming that for me. Okay, so once again, let's look at the size of the pool here now. There is liquidity. So we have 8 million. That's more than enough liquidity, okay? So there's $8 million in this pool for the Stacks stroke ALX, okay? And this is how I pretty much did it. I went to an exchange like, where are we? I went to exchange like, let's go to it. Markets here. You can see where Stacks is traded. Upbit in Korea has it. Binance has it. That's obviously the most trusted exchange. Hell no, don't trust Coinbase. You know, people are asking me how to do this. This is why I'm mentioning this. So you could go to Binance, get yourself some Stacks. See this right here? Get yourself a Hyro wallet like this. Okay, download it. Okay, download Hyro wallet. And then once you have done all of that, you come to ALX over here. You got your Stacks in there. You launch the app. And then you pretty much come to the swap protocol. And then your wallet will connect over here. It detects how much Stacks you got. And then, and I got a shit ton of Stacks, by the way. I got it at 39 cents. And then you put it in there, just like Uniswap, you know, you choose what you wanted, and then you swap for whatever you want, connect wallet, and follow the basic instructions, okay? And that's how you'll go about getting your ALX for those who want to know that. Okay, so what else do we see in this ecosystem here? Okay, so let's go by all apps. Okay, I think when you're looking at a new, well, although like one of our viewers did mention live streamers, not live streamers, live viewers rather in the live chat said that how Stacks been around since 2019, so it is not new, no. But again, it's new to the sense of it being actually developed and having finished products on there, and more importantly, having decentralized applications on there as well. Okay, and that's when you start to see the interest start to, you know, storm in. Okay, so normally when you're talking about a new blockchain, you want to look at things that it will need. What would a blockchain need? Well, for a blockchain to be successful, it needs transactions. It needs traffic. So what does that mean? It needs decentralized applications. And one of the more profitable decentralized applications out there are exchanges or DEXs, okay? So that's why ALX was very intriguing to me at the time. Okay, now I could lie to you guys right now. So I gone to Alex at the early days. I actually made a mistake and I went with another DEX, not because I didn't like Alex. I just didn't come across Alex. I went with StacksSwap, and you know, I mean, I didn't lose money. I actually made money. I think one stacks at the time was 12 stack swaps, and then by the time I got out, it was 9. So one stacks gave me 9. So whatever that percentages works out to be, I made a little bit more. I made quite a few more stacks. Nothing too crazy, but Alex did do. If I went to Alex and if I saw Alex, Alex did do a fucking 8x. So my 15K that I put in, well, Trendsetter Ventures put into that would have been times that by 8. You know, Alex, and right now it's even more. It's probably about 12 now. So we're talking about over 100K easily, 170K in profit. Instead of me making like, I don't know, I mean like fucking, I don't know, what was it like? Maybe like 5Gs or some shit. So I was like, screw this. And when I start to look at Alex, hold on, I'll share this with you guys. I'll go to my Twitter first and just make sure I get that up. Okay. Let's go like this. So when we start to look at Alex, they got a good following. Stacks, man, they're like lackadaisical. Oh, sorry, StacksSwap is lackadaisical in terms of their website. It still says like 2022 on it or something at the bottom. They're not updating it. Their chat's like freaking weird. You can't, like, I don't know. They block you from saying shit. Like, I'm not trying to knock them. I'm just trying to point out the things that I didn't like about them to make me get out of it at a very small profit. Again, if I went to Alex, I would have been up like 10x already. Right now, I'm up on Alex. I got in Alex at around like 0.097 cents. So I'm not really up much, you know what I mean? So but I do like the future for Alex, you know, and it's going up as we speak too. Okay, so we got this here. There is the lady right here, Chinetti Hisu, I guess is her name. She's a PhD. I think she went to MIT as well. She's always like at some sort of like conferences, promoting. So she's pretty active as well. So that's a great sign. I didn't really see that with StacksSwap. So yeah, I need to kind of like say, you know, I think I'll just kind of move on here. I think Alex gave me better gains. And I also do believe StacksSwap, which isn't listed on CoinGecko, but they also have a very, they have a slightly, well, not slightly, I think they got a market cap that's double than Alex. So Alex also had more room to grow. Okay, and they're more active. They got a better community, things like that. Okay, guys. So check out Alex if you think it's a good opportunity yourself. All right. What else do we have here? Arcania allows you. Yeah. So Arcania, I think, is also another decentralized exchange that has a stable coin. All these things. I'm not really interested into the stable coin minted now. Explore. See here, track NFT, blah, 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 right? DeFi markets, whatever. You guys could come and do this on your own time. Oh, no, that's these. So these guys here, Arcadico or whatever. I think these guys have their own. Yeah, this is it. I knew it was one of those A's, right? Over here as well. You can look for their token, you know, come over here, see if it's worth it. I don't hold any of these. I think it's very hard to get, actually. But I mean, it probably will go up, but again, that's just not my choice. Not just like, hey, it might be a great choice, but you got to do your research, right? I'm just showing you guys how to do these things. Okay. Let's go back. What else do they got here? What's interesting to me is Rider. I like Rider, and it's not an alphabetical, it's in alphabetical order. You guys already know this. Where is it? The BNS. No, that's the bot, the search. Where is it? Is it this? BNS? Not it. So that was the BTC.US, right? Where you can get your .BTC domains. Okay, look at this, guys. So BitFlow, this one, the people are looking forward to this one here. Just dropping some future alpha for you guys. BitFlow, they're not live as yet. Might be something you want to look into. I don't know. The list goes on and on and on and on and on, man. Like, you know, you do got some opportunities here to check out. So I just wanted to show you guys the resource. Hydro Wallet is there. That's not a cryptocurrency behind it. And mind you, not all of these projects you see here or protocols has a cryptocurrency behind them. They're just a service, okay? So keep that in mind. Let's go to another one. Where is it? StacksSwap right here, okay? So this is the one that I saw actually first. And again, you know, I was like taking care of my studio at the time, and I didn't really see Alex at the time. So I did get into Alex, as I said already, at 0.097 cents. But I was in this guy before, and I started to see Alex do its thing. So these guys have about 12.4 followers. This is their actual swap DEX. Okay, so things are down here, whatever. When Bitcoin kind of retraced over the past 24 hours, and it looks like it's going back up. You could go to swap. Let's just see how much is that right now. So it's back to where I exited at roughly. One stacks gave me 9 at the time. Oh, shit. Yeah, you guys can see. One stacks gave me 9 at the time. So it looks like they recovered. They actually went back up. Yo, dude, the moment I came out, it was like one stacks was like at freaking 20 of these stack swaps. So I kind of got out at the, you know, the right time, so to speak. But then again, they recovered. So, you know, good for them. I hope they actually become something, which, you know, a lot of people seem to like them. I'm not saying that it's good or bad, but sometimes you can't get into everything. You got to go into the one that you think is better, right? And I think ALX right now is the better option for me. Okay, so we got that there. Let's check out their website. I think they got a StacksSwap.org. They actually had like a website, I think. Let's go at the bottom. Look at this shit. StacksSwap. You guys can see it because of my ticker. But StacksSwap 2022. Like, what the fuck is that? Come on, man. As an investor, man, I want to see you update your shit. You know, I'm not knocking them because, you know, they're working hard probably and they're doing their thing. But man, I had to get the fuck out when I saw all this shit, outdated stuff, and not really active in the community. And their Twitter is kind of weird. Like you go to their damn telegrams, you're gonna see some limitations on what you could say too. All right, guys. So what else do we got here? Let's go back to the ecosystem side. We do it from here. Where the hell was it? Okay, Gamma.io. Let's talk about Gamma. So Gamma.io is the OpenSea of Stacks. Kind of like an OpenSea is a marketplace for NFTs. And now they have Ordinals as well. You guys should know what Gamma.io is already. This is where I think Stacks really thrives. There's a lot of activity over here. You guys can check out their NFTs. I did buy these guys here some time back, around 300 STX for the sake of it. You know, see where it goes. It is what it is, but I'm not really interested in the NFT side of things. But this is what's, you know, I'm just trying to show you guys what's happening here at Stacks, right? I'm more interested in the actual Ordinals, as you guys know, but you guys could come over here and maybe you see some value that I didn't see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's happening in the live chat? We got 61 people here. Thank you for joining. If you're now joining us, you guys are missing on some serious content. We are talking about, you know, all the various different use cases Bitcoin has. We are talking about the altcoin or blockchain that's actually making smart contracts for Bitcoin to make it programmable. That is just outperforming other altcoins as Bitcoin starts to soar, as the charts are indicating, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so Y says, going hard on Stacks, good call, broski. Yeah, it's definitely looking like a good call, man, and, you know, it's now getting started as well. We got, you know, finally, we're talking about Stacks. I already said that in the last live stream visit, live chat visit, rather. What do you think of ICP, bro? I don't know, I think it's fucking garbage. Is that, you're talking about that airdrop one? That airdrop one, right? Is it airdrop? I think, yeah, it was an airdrop. That was like back in 2017. I'm not interested in that. Okay, why is going hard on STX? Yes, cool. You mentioned something in regards to mining. Maybe, oh yeah, definitely going to update you guys on that. So if you guys go right now, you could check out the Stacks update. It was the, let me see here. We could probably touch up on that, guys. Okay, good call, good call. I know I shared that with Thomas earlier today. Let me see. Up on my screen right now. No, that's not it. Thomas, could you locate that for me? Okay, no, I think I found it. Okay, so I want to see from this guy. Go M-N. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this big, massive upgrade that's about to happen. Well, not about to happen, but that's going to happen in the very near future. See if I can find it. Thomas, could you just tag that last, the one with Manib in it, about the update in Telegram for me, so I could populate that? I can't find it on the fly. That would be greatly appreciated, broski. Okay, I think I got it here. Okay, yeah. So let's take a look at this. All right. Then we'll take a look at this. Okay, so very good question there. Make sure everything is running okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the momentarily interruption there. Okay, so right here, so Manib.btc, okay? So Stacks 2.1 upgrade will activate a Bitcoin block, 781,551 T- in 3 days. If you run a full node, you should upgrade before the activation. Actually, no, this is the wrong one. Sorry. He was talking about the 2.1 point something other upgrade, right? So there's an upgrade coming on with Stacks. Hold on. I think I got it here, guys. Yeah, no, thanks for that. I actually meant the tweet from him. So yeah, it's somewhere. So anyway, so this is the co-creator of Stacks, by the way, Manib.btc on Twitter. The Bitcoin layer for smart contracts, CEO. He's also the guy behind Hero Wallet, I believe, or one of the other co-founders are. And they made a tweet, and I can't find it, about the upcoming upgrade to the Stacks freaking blockchain that's going to allow, you know, mining. Okay, yeah. I don't know why I can't find it now. But anyhow, this is it here. Or maybe that was it. Yeah, that was the tweet. So anyways, so decentralized mining pool. Stacks is an open membership system. Anyone can mine if they have BTC, but mining is a capital intensive process. The 2.1 upgrade lowers the barrier for entry for mining by supporting the 2 key building blocks for decentralized mining pools. Pay to anyone Coinbase. The blocks Coinbase transaction, and we're not, yeah, we are sharing. We're not talking about Coinbase exchange, right? So the block's Coinbase transaction format has been upgraded so that the Stacks miner can pay the block reward to any address of their choosing. This includes a cold wallet address as well as a contract address. Currently, the reward can only go to the key that signed the Coinbase transaction. In the latter case, the ability to pay newly minted STX to a contract address is a building block for decentralized pooled mining. The contract would receive the STX from the pool and then permit the participant to withdraw a pro rata share of the STX they earned, proportional to the Bitcoin they contributed. So, mining with Segwit and Taproot. Okay, so obviously Taproot is the latest upgrade. The 2.1 upgrade adds the ability for miners to mine using a native Segwit or Taproot UTOX. Not only, so that's the unspent transaction system. Not only does this reduce the Bitcoin transaction fee by around 25%, 25% it reduces it, but also this is a major building block for decentralized mining pools. A Taproot key representing many individual contributors, BTC could be used to mine Stacks blocks. When this Taproot key is linked to each participant's contribution, such as by having the participant prove the existence of their funding transaction, it becomes possible to build a decentralized mining pool smart contract that accumulates the pool's STX and authenticates contributors, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there should be some sort of opportunities there. No, this is something different. Okay, that's him flexing his .sats domains. Okay, guys. So essentially, you know, there's an update coming up at block something, and it was a different tweet. I couldn't find it. It sounds like that one, but it's not. Where you're going to be able to, you know, pretty much mine Stacks tokens, and the reward ratio should be favorable compared to other blockchains out there where mining is possible, but also the barrier to entry is going to be easier, so you won't need all this like computational power and such. I definitely would be covering that for you guys, and I think I'm going to be diving deep into that in terms of trying to get some sort of income in Stacks. I believe Stacks has a bright future, and I think that how you know, if Bitcoin has a bright future, they both kind of correlate as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, what can I say, man? We're always dropping the latest of the knowledge for everyone to take advantage of before the rest of the pack comes and attacks it. Because you know how we like to do it. We like to attack it first. And Stacks is no different. So do keep it locked, do keep it loaded here at Francis Doing Uncensored. We got more content like this coming up for ya. Are you digging the Bitcoin DeFi? Are you digging the Stacks ecosystem? I know I am. And I'm going to be looking for the next gem. I do believe Alex is going to provide some gains for us, coming in at around a 400 crypto with a low market cap of 53 million. If Bitcoin is going to be successful, which we all know it is, and Stacks benefits from that immensely, I think Alex is going to benefit from Stacks immensely. And what's going to benefit from Alex immensely? The domino effect continues. So, if you want to be up to date on the latest of latest, do keep it locked and loaded here, and do join us on our next edition of Francis Doing Uncensored. So you know what? There ain't really much left to say other than, till the next episode, you're on your own. Later. Francis Doing Uncensored.